anxiety when I never suffered of such thing. And that happened maybe 20 days before. Uh, well, this is my testimony, how I came to Christ. And from there, I called, the spiritist that was seeing since 2000, around 2017, we started seeing them. Myself, 2018, around there. And I'm recording this video, we're in 2026, so the time frames are kind of foggy, but I don't remember the exact time frames on that. After this happened, I went back to the spiritist this one day. My sister in Christ, she took me in the morning in the car all the way out to this place called it's a place in Mexico. I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but this is where the spiritist lived, his real address. And he did the ritual of the eggs, and he did this other ritual with the spray. I took the broken keychain that lady had thrown at me. He said it was very evil, black magic that she had done. And the egg came out, blood red, and I was feeling inside like I was gonna die, just utterly sick. And he told me, wait 10 days, and I'm gonna go out. He said, wait 10 days, and I'm gonna go out all the way where you are, and we're gonna do the ritual, right? I'm here at the beach, and I got a web out here at the beach. That's weird. I got a spider web on me. Well, just to wrap it up, because this video is getting a bit long, I'll talk more about my testimony, but I will finish what I have to say. I'm going to finish with the gift. I'm going to let you guys know the gift that God, Jesus Christ, came to give me. On that day, that the spiritist was going to come and visit me so he can, help me. Because at the end, what these witches did, they sent the spirit of death, like the actual spirit of death upon me, because they want to get rid of me and they want to get rid of my mom, so they can stay with the property and have my dad there, But obviously, once they had the property and my dad, they were going to get rid of my father, right? So they can just stay with the whole property. But anyways, it was January 10th, 2020, when I was saved at night. But in the morning is when I saw the spiritist. And I seen him. My mom went with me in that morning, and he did a whole different ritual that he never had done before. He put me in a chair. He put fire around me, like a circle of fire, and he did some type of ritual. He cracked the egg again, and you can see the egg, the yolk, the yellow part of the egg, and then you can see in the cup of water that he put the egg in, a glass. You can see the death clearly as day going away from the yolk. And he was able to break this other ritual that he said that they did to me when I was like 7 years old. That was in my stomach, and that was ripped. But he mentioned to me if I wanted that thing that had been done to me to go back to the person who sent this to me. And I was weak. Like I said, I was very weak. When they send this type of black magic to you, it's very strong, especially when they send, spirit of death upon you. It's not because of myself that I was able to, because of the grace of God that I'm still alive. But yeah, so once I told him, God knows I do not have that type of heart. You can feel the clash of energies from heaven in that room. It's just the clash of energies of God. Even the spirits turned to to the left of this wall, to the inside of the room. He had never looked to that wall, like saying, like, "What is this? What kind of power is this?" And you can feel that he looked at me like, astonished that this was happening, right? And he told me, this is all of my powers. He said to me, these are all of my powers, right? It's all I can do for you. So that morning, I left uneasy in my heart because I didn't know, right? I didn't know what he meant by that. That's all he could do. So I was unsecure of the words he was saying. So I went home. I grabbed the Bible because I was uneasy of these people, what they did to me, trying to get rid of me in that way, in the spiritual sense, which magic is real. It's in the Bible. We should not think it's not real. These things exist. People are struggling with this every day in their lives, and they don't know that they're being attacked. So I grabbed the only Bible that I had at the time, which was a Catholic Bible that I had. My mother, it was my mother's, and it was around this ritual that was done around 11 a.m. in the morning. He was probably finished around 11:50 in the morning. I'm not going to mention what he told me to get, but it was done by that time. So I went home around 1:15 in the afternoon. I was home. I grabbed the Bible. I started reading the Bible. I had never gotten the Bible in this way. I was frustrated. I was desperate, and I just wanted to because I was uneasy. He left me that little, question mark in my head. Like, what else can they do to me, right? Dear ladies, what else can they do to me? So I read the Bible that day, the same day we're talking about, January 10th. It was a Friday, 2020, from 1:15 to 9:45, 10 at night, and that's when the miracle happened. How did this happen? Around 4:20, the same day we're talking about, 4:21, 4:23, around there. I don't remember the exact time, right? I got a download saying, "Oh, you know what? These ladies, they can still possess you, right? They still have the power to possess you." And I was uneasy, so I just kept reading the Bible. I was going from my room to the living room to the kitchen. I went back to my room to the living room, started reading the Bible to get comfort from it. Around 9:20 at night, 9:45, around there, I was sitting on my bed, on the side, and I had that Bible open. And I was reading, at that point in time, at 9:20, 9:45 at night, I was reading Psalms. And Psalms 21, 22 in the Bible are the ones that saved me. I was reading, how Jesus says, how we're just worms, and then to forgive them, to forgive them that they do not know what they do. And just a big tear dropped from my eye, onto the pages of the Bible, onto the page, onto the letters of the Bible. And once that happened, a portal opened in my room, and it was Jesus Christ. I couldn't. He seemed like he was coming. He was standing on the clouds. The clouds came in my room, and the clouds were dark, heavy, like stormy, like there was storm clouds, right? Like heavy storm clouds, and I could see his silhouette, like if he was kind of like a shadow, and you can see that bright light behind those puffy, dark, cloudy, clouds that he was riding above. He was sitting above. And once I saw him, he reached out to me with his right hand, and his three fingers, his index, middle finger, and the ring finger, penetrated my heart. Once he penetrated my heart, my face fell to the ground, and I couldn't see him because I had my face down. My face fell down like this in front of him, and I just started crying. In his presence, Time does not exist. Time does not exist. He's out of time. When you're in his presence, it's love, it's peaceful, it's calm. Just like right now, but you don't hear waves, you're in his presence. When you're in his presence, it's an experience out of this world. It's just pure love. It's pure love. He's pure love. And I was gonna write a book first about this experience, but God told me to share this testimony because a lot of people are going through the same things that I'm going through, or I went through, because now I'm saved, right? Another thing I just want to mention, when I was there in the room, he was there, I looked up, right? I looked up, and to me, that was the best feeling for me. That was like the most warming part of everything, because he was still there, and he told me in my mind. He said, "Now do you understand?" He said. Of course, he didn't stutter like I did right now, but he said, "Now do you understand?" And I nodded my head as in saying yes, and in my mind I told him yes. Once I said yes in my mind and I nodded to him, just the same way that the portal opened, right? That's the same way he went out. He went out of the room and the portal closed. So I know this and there's more to the testimony afterwards. What happened? My mother is no longer with us, but I'm glad that after this happened, Jesus Christ, God, His Holy Spirit, my mother was saved, and He lent us my mother for another 4 years after that experience of warfare in the spiritual realm with the witchcraft. And I guess God wanted me to record this and not wait for me to write the book, so you guys can understand where I'm coming from, right? So this is real and not just someone just talking. This is genuine from the heart, and you guys will know this. Well, I'll keep uploading more videos, and if you want to hear more of my testimony and more details, specific details, I'll probably open up, a live stream or something in the future. But as far as the gift and that, the beautiful gift He gave me and saved me, because that's probably what I needed, right? That's probably what I needed after seeing the devil and telling me do horrible things, and I don't think anybody would be in the right mind. I don't think I would have been in my right mind if Jesus Christ didn't appear 10 days after and touch my heart, and it just cleared me of all the impurity. But I'll leave you guys here. I'll leave you guys at this, and you guys have a blessed 2026. We're in 2026. Again, if you guys don't know who I am, Cosmo Magnus. My channel, the Kingdom Library. I also have a TikTok. You can reach me at the Kingdom Library. Subscribe, like the channel. If you guys want to help me out, I also have, I also have the channels fundraiser, GoFundMe, Ko-fi. If you guys want to help me, donate, PayPal, or buy me coffee as well down below. The links are below. I really do want to continue with this mission that God has placed, so people can, receive the word and help change their lives. Again, Happy New Year, 2026. God bless. Cosmo Magnus here.